Hello, everyone, and welcome to the new season of Reels to the Rhythm.
Purr, purr,
And
purr, purr.
we need some more sound effects, you know.
Yes, we've been spoiled now.
So I am Mikelah. You guys know me of Style and Vibes, and Magatroy to my co-hostess with the mostest.
And I'm Kerry-Ann, the producer, host of Carry-On Friends and founder of Breadfruit Media. And I'm excited that we're back with this new season of Reels and Riddims. And if this is your first time tuning in to Reels and Riddims, let me remind you what Reels and Riddims is about. It is about reels, which is movies, anything basically on TV. So documentary, TV shows, specials, whatever. And the other part, rhythms. We love going to concerts, festivals. So we are giving you our perspective or a take on whatever is on TV or whatever they go on live. And so one of the things we wanted to do a little different is to kind of define what we cover on Reels and Rhythm. So of course, first and foremost, we want to talk about projects that have a strong Caribbean focus. So it's Caribbean centric. All the characters are Caribbean. But we also watch shows where there is maybe a mainstream show and has one character. And we also watch shows that have no Caribbean characters. But what makes it all different, you are getting it through the lens of two women who are Caribbean or Jamaican, and that is the perspective you're getting. You're getting the immigrant perspective, you're getting that perspective through Rules and Rhythms. So we don't only cover streaming content, live content that is Caribbean focused. We do that. That of course is central, but we also watch and consume a lot of content, and we do that through our lens, which is unique as Caribbean people. So I just wanted to let you know that because we just love watch TV. Like the other day we were at an award show and we started singing the theme songs to
From
a
Good
lot of
Time.
shows, and it was like, yeah, how we see these shows or perspective, at least my perspective of these shows growing up in Jamaica and seeing this versus coming to America, very different perspectives. So we wanted to add that layer of nuance to this season so you can get more of like the bigger view of how we're seeing things. So did I
And we'll,
cover that right, Tid?
yes, and we'll definitely continue to cover Caribbean projects that we've done in the past. But we're just going to be incorporating a little bit more,
A
a
little
little more,
tips.
a little tips more to the regime of
Mm-hmm.
content. So I think it's going to be fun. So again, if you guys haven't joined us before, welcome, welcome, welcome. We thought it would be a great idea for us to, in that vein, we haven't been on in a while. So, what have we been watching? Like, what have, things that have caught our eye? I'll let Carrie go first. Tell me, what have you been watching in the
All right.
last few months?
All right. So before this, just last night I was talking to a friend and I was telling them about this new show and they really look at me and was just like, when you find time to do all of this, right? You watch a lot of stuff. You're married, you have kids, you work full time, you're editing, you're doing all of this. And, I take it for granted how much routine I build up, not just for myself, but with my family. But the one thing I forgot to tell this person was this summer was the chill and be still summer. So I had everything set up and autopilot. So my summer was really me not doing anything, episodes with schedule. So I found myself just watching a lot. So with that said, I just finished, as of today, I just finished season 2 of Reasonable Doubt. That's on Hulu. When I tell you, right? Wow, I'm even bringing my coworkers in to watch it. So I got one coworker watching it, and it's like real time reaction. So Reasonable Doubt on Hulu is amazing. Um, I started watching Bad Monkey over the summer with Vince Vaughn and Bad Gal Jody. who I really love. And I love that particular series because it switches between the Bahamas and the Florida Keys. And I still have to watch the last two episodes. I was kind of waiting a little bit because Apple, Hulu, and Disney, they don't drop all the episodes one time. I think what they do is they tease you when the season starts and maybe give you two episodes, but you have to watch week to week. So it was getting juicy on Bad Monkey, and I said, all right, we need to build up. So Reasonable Doubt, Bad Monkey. Um, I watched How to Die Alone, which is what's her name, who was in Insecure, and that's
Natasha
Natasha
Rothfield.
Rothfield. Yep. So I watched that. I watched Unprisoned, which is with Kerry Washington. And then I watched, of course, Bad Boys. We had that was the big thing in the movie theater. Um, and then what else to watch? I watch multiple times Inside Out 2, right? Um, Nobody Wants This on Netflix. Just wrapped that. The Perfect Couple. And an interesting one, which is on HBO Max or Max, Coming from America, which is a play on coming to America. And I only got through one episode. And I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna go to episode two, but basically it followed it's the description said five, but I only counted four families, black families, who are moving from America back to different countries in Africa, and their adjustment going, they're very excited about going to Africa, but some culture shock in the first episode. And even watching it, the things that they were talking about, I was just like, yeah, no, this is what happened when you go Jamaica too. Like, certain things like um she was driving and she was complaining why the people don't get out the road, them are walking on the road. And so my husband and I are watching. I'm like, yes, they're walking in the road because there's no banking. That's what we call the sidewalk. There's no banking or sidewalk for them to walk. And it's optional for us to stop and let you pass, right? Even the dog I walk like, yo, me also have rights to the road. And she was just like, and then the husband, who is white, for one of the couples, he was like, they're looking at me strange because I'm walking the dog, because we said we don't walk dog. Dog can walk itself. Dog can walk out that door. So I didn't get to episode two, but that's a synopsis of what I've been watching over the summer.
I actually just saw like an Instagram post, and I don't know how factual it is because I haven't watched it yet. So the Reasonable Doubt episodes are actually named after singles on Jay-Z's album. That was the
I believe so, because in season one there was 99 Problems. So
mm,
yes, all of them. Like the show is so this from the style, you know, the just everything just feels correct. And Kerry Washington also is EP executive producer on that. I think Larry Wilmore is on there. I think the show's creator, Ramallah, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right, is also, she started writing on Scandal. But even the music they play, like they were playing Far Side in one of the episodes. So it's really cool. I think the first season was Michael Ealy, and this season was what memory must have go bad. Morris Chestnut. And so it's just really good, like really great topics. But yeah, music on point, clothes on point, character, like things. But yeah, I've been telling you for watch it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
all well. The challenge with me is because I have a little one, so I can only watch a lot of the shows when she's either sleeping or not around, and so that often taints my ability to watch.
Mhm.
Although I have a lot of the shows, I think the only one that I don't have is was it Leaving It, the America one that you said? That's not on
Coming
my
from
list.
America.
Coming from America. That sounds interesting. So I'm going to add that to my list. However, I was able to get through a few things.
Oh
So
yeah, I forgot. I did watch Supercell long time.
yes, Supercell. Yeah, that was gonna be that's my first one. Really, really, really. And when I talk about the thing, I don't know if we are gonna talk about it in our next episode or so. But Supercell, very good, very, very good. Love that one. And I like the theme of that because it's like superhero driven, and so it's a little bit more easier to watch. I finally finished All American, which is a show that I've been watching on and off
Mm.
for a while, but it's on a Netflix. It's about a football player. It's based off loosely based off of a football player's life, but it kind of is that 90210 meets
Friday Night
Friday
Lights.
Night Lights.
Lights, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's a younger high school, college level drama, if you will. I actually restarted rewatching Martin. So like I'm watching a lot of reruns.
Me too. I've
Yeah,
been dipping into Martin. Like I do it not like binge it, but like when I'm in a mood, I'd go to Martin or I'll go to Living Single or I'll
yes,
go
living.
to A Different World.
Yes,
Like I feel
yes,
like I want to watch an episode and then I'll pick an episode. That's one of my
yes,
favorites. So yeah.
yes. It's a feel good, easy to watch. Like when I'm doing something else, and the comedy kind of breaks up the time frame. Movies, actually I just started watching with Kirk is my husband. We are watching House of Dragons.
Mm.
So we've watched Mega said Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, the full thing. And so House of Dragons is a spinoff of the Targaryen family. And it's starting off a little slow. I'm kind of wondering if I'm actually going to be able to finish it for two reasons. He loves football and he's in American football season. And so it's hard to watch anything together. So we'll watch like one or two episodes here and there. And meanwhile, I want to try to get through a few, and his schedule and my schedule doesn't align. So I'm sure that happens to you guys, where you guys start watching things as a couple, and then you dive off on who now watch and who get watch, and this one get left off, and then them start watch the next one, and you guys get all out of whack. So that might actually happen with this one, but also the disinterest. I think because it's so similar right now to Game of Thrones in terms of the storyline. It just felt like they're kind of plugging and playing, and then you have the dragons. So Kirk and I were kind of talking about that around like it's so similar as a spinoff that it has to be really interesting in order to kind of keep you there, because the concept of the show is originally was so different that you're always going to be comparing the spinoff to the
Yeah.
original. So yeah, so I think this episode is really just a
Wait,
quick
wait.
episode. Oh yeah, go on.
I have one more that I was watching.
Yeah,
So,
go on.
I watched Worst Ex Ever on Netflix. And the reason
That's
why I
a
wanted to
documentary, right?
like it was like a true crime thing, right? Um and the reason why I wanted to bring it up, one of the episode had this woman from Guyana in on there. And let me tell you, said like, yo, those stories were
Yeah, but I read
wild.
it. Yeah, read the story because I now watch it.
Yo, wild. She met this guy, um, and maybe he's Guyanese too, and he pretends to be a detective. Well, at the time, we didn't know that, but he introduces himself as a detective. You know, she was working on Wall Street, save up our money to open a Golden Cross franchise, have her family working in there. Yes, the man come in and did that again. The man come in and he introduces himself. He's being nice. Him tell her how to set up our security camera. Blah blah blah. Long story short, they end up a day. So one day, this lady called her and said, "I bet you so and so told you he's a police officer." And so she ended up break up with him, and he didn't like the breakup. Come over to the house, force himself into the house, rape her, and she files a report and they're about to go to court. Him no want go court. His mother calling, asking her to rethink this. So he sets her up. One night she's driving home. Police pull her over, carry her go Long Island, lock her up. Basically, she fits the description of pretending like a police officer and robbing three specific people. Long story short, this boyfriend what she break up with, he he paid those three people to say that the woman try rob them at gunpoint. Yes, she spent how much months in a jail at Long Island because I guess Long Island has stricter rules and he know this. And she ended up suing some aspect of Suffolk, or I can't remember which county in Long Island. She sued him because one, he was the one impersonating, but he's been a known informant for the police. So she was saying because of that, them never really want to look into him and investigate, and they got to try all sort of something. It was rough. But then the other episode, there were other episodes where it was hard, where this one guy, he paid his cousin $1,000 to kill his wife, but the cousin don't know the wife. So when the wife's sister opened the door, kill the wife's
Him
sister.
kill him kill the wrong person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, what the worst ex ever, there was, of all the stories, there was one story involving a man. But what was just really, really hard to escape was, in all the stories, the police never believed the women. Even with physical bruise, one man, beat up the girl when she called the police, and then go to the house, the man wipe down the place, wipe off the blood, nothing not happened. I said, look, she's the one who cut me. Like, that was
Wild.
wild, eye opening, and it's crazy. It's just a lot. But yeah, that's what that's what I was doing all summer, watching and just like just seeing what's out, just being entertained, really. All of this to say, lots of TV watching.
No, we're not short of shows for watch or review. So
Yeah.
there's definitely going to be a lot coming up on this season of Reels and Rhythms. Also, want to encourage you guys to follow us on social media, Reels and Rhythms on Instagram. We are only on Instagram, so just follow us there. One place for go for all of the content besides the podcast. And if you have your own recommendations, we would love to hear them as well. We will be sharing what we've been up to and what we've been watching, but we also want to know what you guys have been watching as well. So any last words, Kerry?
No, welcome to the new season. We're very excited. Someone asked when the new season was starting, so I'm excited that, you all are interested in hearing what we have to say, and let us ready. Ready.
All right, until next time. Me usually say later, my peeps. Kerry, what you say?
Walk good.
Well, good. All right, bye
All
guys.
right. Bye.